How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, it means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. So, what is Deep Dive Episode 1 for anybody who's been around the channel for a little bit? It's a series I want to start doing on the channel where I take a deeper dive, a closer look at moments, fights, scenes, panels, whole chapters throughout anime or manga or whatever it is that just really stick out to me. Moments that I just end up loving for whatever reason, whether it be the emotional content behind it, how cool it was, how it flipped something on its head, how it just blew our expectations out of the water, anything like that. And if you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, you know exactly what this first moment is just from the thumbnail. But before we get to that moment, I kind of want to build up to it, and I think that will explain why I love this moment so much, why I think it is so great, and probably why a lot of other people enjoy it as well. So yes, we're talking about Toji Zenin, Toji Fushiguro, but first, to get to why this moment is so great for me, we actually have to go all the way back to chapter 11 and take a look at Gojo real quick. And you may be wondering why I want to go back and look at Gojo all the way in chapter 11. Well, the thing is, Gojo is the only person who can relate to Toji in the fact that their overwhelming strength allows them to do whatever they want. If they want to physically do something, they can do it. But we learn from Gojo in chapter 11 that Gojo has a dream. He wants to reset this crappy Jujutsu world. But there's one problem with this dream. Even with Gojo's overwhelming strength, he could slaughter all of the higher-ups in the Jujutsu world and try to enact change in an instant. But someone would simply take their place, and people don't care for massacres. It wouldn't allow you to change anything, it would just put you into lower standings. Even with overwhelming strength, you don't get what you want in this world. It doesn't work out that way. Now that we've taken a quick look at Gojo's dream, we can hop back to getting into our moment with Toji and Megumi. Leading up to this moment in chapter 113 between the two of them, we take a quick look back at Toji and the last words, the last conversation he ever had with Naobito before fully leaving the Zenin clan for good. And this scene between Toji and Naobito will tell you everything there is to know about Toji's character. When you see them looking each other face to face, you see a look of enthusiasm, a look of being the winning party in Toji. He's getting paid all this money for his kid. He doesn't care about anything anyway. They can take him. He's going to get rich off his kid having a curse technique. It's no problem. The instant Toji turns away from Naobito, every single ounce of light dies from his eyes and his face in general. He does not look like a happy person. He's not happy. Some of the last words we see are, "Take care of Megumi, okay?" That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about anything else. The only thing he really cares about is Megumi. In a place like the Zenin clan, there is no place for Toji. He does not belong there. But somebody like Megumi, somebody with the 10 Shadows technique, it could be better for him than it was for Toji. This doesn't just go for the Zenin clan, however. This goes for Jujutsu Society as a whole. Jujutsu Society looks down on Toji. That is not just the Zenin clan. That is all of the higher-ups, everybody. And yeah, Toji could slaughter all of them the same way Gojo could. It would be no problem. It was even stated that he could have killed the entire Zenin clan, and the only reason they were still alive was due to Toji's wins. But it doesn't matter. Still, at the end of the day, the best thing Toji can do for his son is to leave. If he stays around Megumi, all of those things that Toji has to deal with from the Jujutsu Society, from the Zenin clan, from all of that, they're all gonna follow Megumi as well by being tied to Toji. If Toji leaves, Megumi can have an okay life as a 10 Shadows user. He would be well respected, well sought after. So we finally cut back to the present. And Toji has been resurrected from the dead due to a curse technique going haywire. And what happens at the end of this? What is the one thing that Toji asks his son? You also have to keep in mind throughout all of this, Megumi has no idea this is his father. He has no idea who Toji is. Megumi tells him his name. And when Toji hears that it is Fushiguro and not Zenin, this finally brings a smile back to his face. And considering Toji was a puppet of carnage, he knows he can't be with his son. Once again, the best thing Toji can do is not be there. is to leave. The one thing Toji wants to do is be with Megumi, but he can't. Despite all his strength, all his power, all of his ability, the one thing he cannot do is be with his son. But that's okay because he knows his son has had a better life, not being part of the Zenin clan. And this is how Toji chooses to end it. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely phenomenal. Considering leading up, all of the stuff we had seen from Toji coming up to this made him seem like a heartless person who cared about nobody, nothing. He killed a teenage girl just because he was paid to. Not a second thought. Did not care. But everything he could do for Megumi, he did for Megumi. But despite all his strength and power, the only thing he could do was leave. But if that made a better life for Megumi, he was happy to do it. This is peak Jujutsu Kaisen. This is peak Gege Akutami. This is peak character writing in manga and anime history. Phenomenal. And I think this was just a perfect moment to take episode 1, give it to this one, because it's not too far removed from recent history. Like, it really didn't happen that terribly long ago. And yeah, I thought it was phenomenal. So let me guys know what you thought about the Toji and Megumi moment, where he says good for you and finally leaves for the last time, because that's the best thing he could do. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of this style of video. Let me know if you want to see more episodes of Deep Dive. If you're a fan of One Piece, I already know what episode 2 is going to be, so stick around for that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. I'm out.